Right here I've got two Asus gaming laptops. One's a premium powerhouse costing thousands of dollars, while the other a budget-friendly machine that costs just a couple of hundreds. And in this video, we are going to be pitching them head to head against each other. But here's the twist, I won't tell you which is which. No names and no prices, at least up until the very end. Before we begin, this is going to be laptop A while this is going to be laptop B. Who do you think will win between the two of them? Let me know in the comment section. But I bet the end result will still surprise you. Let's find out what you're really paying for in an expensive gaming laptop and whether it is even worth it. Hey Earthlings, let's start off with the designs. Both laptops come with an aluminium top lid, which feels nice to touch but is prone to scratches. The rest of both laptops are made from plastic, but there's a big difference. Laptop A's plastic feels much more sturdier and more premium than laptop B's, which has a brushed finish that honestly feels a bit cheap. Build-wise, both are very solid, but laptop A has less keyboard flex and just feels a bit denser overall, more like a material for a machine that is built to last. In terms of looks, they both aim for the gamer aesthetics and I think they both pull it off well. But in terms of quality, it is no debate that A takes the lead. Now let's talk about RGB, because what is a gaming laptop without RGB? Laptop B has a single zone RGB keyboard and no other RGB anywhere else, while laptop A has individually lit RGB keyboard and an underglow light strip. It is brighter, more customizable, more vibrant, and honestly just looks cooler than that on laptop B. Point goes to laptop A once again. Moving on, both laptops offer a robust selection of ports: USB-A, HDMI, headphone jack, and others. However, laptop A adds an extra USB-C port on the left side, which gives you more flexibility and a bit more convenience. Another point to laptop A on this one for a hat trick. Before we proceed, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do make sure to leave a like on the video and hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs and your help will be highly appreciated. Next, let's move to the battle of the speakers, and I'm pretty sure the results will surprise you. Both laptops come with dual speaker setups, and here's how they sound. I was expecting the more expensive gaming laptop to come with a better speaker, and I was disappointed. The volume and tuning are quite similar across both laptops, but personally I think I prefer the sound profile on laptop B. So for that, I'm going to give it its first point. Still, they are just both decent and nothing mind-blowing. Moving on to the battle of the keyboards. Typing or gaming on laptop A's keyboard feels very satisfying. It's clicky, tactile, and responsive. Laptop B's on the other hand, it's decent but feels much mushier and louder than laptop A's keyboard. Not a deal breaker, but definitely a noticeably less pleasurable experience. Laptop B includes a full-size numpad in its keyboard, while laptop A comes with a trackpad that doubles as a glowing numpad. The layout on both are pretty good and you should have no problem getting used to them over time. Overall, I'll say the keyboard experience on B feels good, but I cannot deny that A just feels better. The point on this round goes to laptop A. Moving on to the trackpad, and this one is quite clear. Laptop A comes with a precision glass trackpad. It's smooth, it's responsive, and supports accurate multi-touch gestures. The entire surface is clickable, which makes navigation feel quite seamless. Laptop B, on the other hand, uses a plastic trackpad that feels laggy in comparison. It creates noticeable friction while swiping, which makes it feel slower. The entire trackpad also isn't clickable. Instead, it uses two separate plastic buttons that feel cheap and outdated. No debate here at all, laptop A takes the win. Moving on to the screens, both laptops come with slim bezels, but laptop A goes even thinner, especially on the bottom chin, thanks to its 16:10 aspect ratio. Laptop B has a more traditional 16:10 aspect ratio, which unfortunately introduces a chunkier bezel, which kind of reminds me of GigaChad. As for the actual display, laptop A comes with what Asus calls their Nebula display, and here are the specs. It is large, bright, super fast, and color accurate. It can be used for high-end gaming, media consumption, or content creation. It also supports NVIDIA's G-Sync, which is a novelty in most gaming displays these days. Laptop B's screen is decent, but clearly geared more towards gamers. It is quite smooth and fast, which is what gamers need, but the display isn't really color accurate, resulting in an image that isn't as vibrant. Because of this, I wouldn't recommend the screen on Laptop B if you do any type of color work except you only want to game. Side by side, you will immediately see the difference, and you can tell who has my point for this round. Moving on to the hinge, both laptops come with a protruding lip which helps in opening them up. The hinge on laptop A feels smooth and perfectly tuned, while the hinge on laptop B feels a bit stiffer as seen by it failing the one-hand open test. Small detail, but it tells you a lot about the engineering quality and the attention to detail. Again, another point for laptop A. Now moving on to the battery life. Laptop A comes with a massive 90 watt-hour battery, while laptop B comes with a 48 watt-hour battery. Mere looking at numbers, you might think to yourself that laptop A should have way more battery than laptop B, right? Well, let's find out. In real use, laptop A gives you around 2 hours max while gaming and about 5 hours with just casual web browsing. Laptop B on the other hand gives you around 1 hour maximum while you're gaming on battery and about 3 hours maximum with casual web browsing. So yeah, technically laptop A lasts twice as long as laptop B, but to be honest, they are both terrible. And for that reason, I'm not going to be giving either of them a point. This just proves one thing though, that more money on a gaming laptop doesn't guarantee you better battery life. Now let's move on to the next section, which is their charging options. Surprisingly, both laptops come with the same 180 watts Asus charger. However, with laptop A, you get the option of USB-C charging, which gives you more flexibility. Laptop B, on the other hand, can only be charged using its 180 watts charger brick. For charging flexibility and convenience, laptop A takes it for this round. For the last but not the least segment, let's talk about performance, but not in the traditional way that we compare performance. Both laptops are surprisingly fast for what they are. They both handle games and multitasking well within their respective specifications. But there are two things I noticed with laptop A that really improved my experience: a much faster SSD and faster RAM. Now that might not sound like a huge deal, but trust me, it is. A faster SSD means quicker boot times, faster in-game loading, smoother file transfers, and just a snappier overall feel, while faster RAM helps you with smoother multitasking, quicker app switching, and slightly better performance in RAM-dependent games. It is one of those things you don't really appreciate until you go back to something slower. And the final point goes to laptop A. This concludes the brutal match between the anonymous cheap versus expensive gaming laptop. And the winner is, unsurprisingly, laptop A, which turns out to also be the more expensive laptop. Let me know who you initially voted for in the comments below. Laptop A is the Asus Strix G16 from 2023, costing around $1,800 to $2,000, while laptop B is the Asus Tuff F15 from 2021, which costs around $900. If you are thinking of picking any one of these laptops up, please do use my link in the description below. Now, to answer the question, what are you really paying for in an expensive gaming laptop? If you care about getting the best out of the box experience without having to upgrade anything, then going with a more expensive gaming lineup makes a bit more sense. You're paying for solid build quality, high quality display, as well as fast components. With a premium laptop, you're not just buying performance, you're buying convenience, polish, and sometimes even RGB. But if all you need is solid performance for less money, and you're okay sacrificing a few extras like screen quality, build material, or advanced features, the budget lineups also get the job done pretty well. CPU and GPU performance generally isn't where these companies cut costs, so you really don't have a lot to worry about there. And while some of you might argue that the faster RAM in this system is due to it being a bit more recent, but the reality is that slower RAMs and slower storage options are usually the ways that manufacturers are able to cut back on the costs on these budget lineups. Thankfully, on most gaming laptops, these components are usually upgradable, so you're not stuck with them forever. Now you know you don't have to overspend to get a solid gaming laptop. And if you do, you know at least exactly what you're paying for. But don't stop there. A lot of people are using the wrong mouse and don't even realize it. Don't be one of them and click on the video that appears on screen right now. Bye guys, and see you in the next one.